Time. Have you ever lost anything? I have. Today I want to talk about loss, and specifically what is lost during the process. Before the first WBC in 2000, the customer service was a king, and coffee was just the brown stuff in a cup. WBC has done wonders for elevating the craft of the barista. We believe we master it, the art of perfect espresso. However, our chins are dropped down behind the bar, focus on excellence. But now, with all automated tools and everything what we learn about coffee, it's time to lift the chins up and focus on you, the customers, once again. So I welcome you in my cozy coffee shop with beautiful plants and warm lighting when both the customer service and a coffee are king again. The coffee that I'm using today, it's from Oscar Hernandez, the third generation of producers from Los Nogales, elevated at 1,900 meters above the sea level. There are levels of loss. Some people may lose the timer, but Oscar, he knows his true loss. His father lost his life during the traveling to the farm in 2013. Unnecessary victim of unnecessary violence. In his father's honor, Oscar decided to continue his legacy at the farm, and Los Nogales become a home of advanced research, innovation, and process. Do you know what? This coffee is bonkers, but that's okay, because I'm too. I feel like I didn't choose this coffee. I feel like this coffee actually chose me. This is Oscar's CH53 typical varietal. It's begun with the washed thermal shock. First, cherries, passing the hot water at 70 degrees and for 40 seconds, and then cool down for room temperature with the cold water. This generates more sugars to lead the greater aroma and flavors for the fermentation. After the pulping, the coffee is fermented for 190 hours and then dry on the sun for 20 days. Judges, please write down the recipe of my espresso, and then we go with the flavor notes. So I'm using 18.5 gram in and 41 out with the water temperature of 94.5. Second. The flavor notes are banana, peach, and mango. The aftertaste is like toffee banana bread with medium body and long-lasting, lingering in your mouth, long finish. Now, judges, please evaluate the crema, but don't drink yet. I want you to experience this incredible process and coffee in most complete form. I want to harness every single volatile aroma compounds would otherwise be lost. As you may know, when the hot water hits the coffee, the volatile aroma escaping to the atmosphere. We don't want to lose them. So I'm using the snap chilling method by instantly lowering the temperature of espresso to the 55 degrees with the pre-chilled cup straight from the fridge to 9 degrees. I closing the volatile aroma, create like invisible lid. Judges, please mix the espresso 3 times, and when you take 2 sips, when you're taking the first sip, hold in your mouth and swirl around 3 times. You see the beautiful flavors will come through. Please enjoy. Now, judges, wherever you're ready, please write down the flavor notes for my milk beverage. First is my favorite one, pina colada. Then, butterscotch. And aftertaste, it's banana bread. I'm using the ratio 1:3. I don't want to overpower the coffee. And the milk, it's steamed to the 55 degrees to get the maximum sweetness from the milk. I'm using the freeze-distilled full-fat cow's milk, which we know it intensifies the sweetness and boosts the body. But during this process, the essential vitamins and minerals are lost. They're left behind in the ice. So I create my own blend by adding 10% of coconut milk to enhance the tropical flavors of my milk drink. Please enjoy. When we're talking about the coffee, let's talk about roast. I roast this coffee by myself using the pre-soak technique, which is high charge temperature and low power to let them sugars cook naturally, with total developing time of 13%. Now, please enjoy its beautiful drink. Sorry for waiting. Now, please enjoy. Thank you. And I come back to you in a minute. Thank you. Thank you. Now, judges, it's time to take you out from the comfort of the cozy cafe. And please enter into my lab now. Welcome in my brew lab, where I will give you the immersive experience and we all going construct the drink together. But relax, I'm also here to guide you through the process. But first we're gonna write down the flavor notes of my signature. Papaya, passion fruit, gentle heat like a cayenne pepper flavors, and then long-lasting Turkish delight with dark chocolate finish. I'm using 6 shots for my signature drink. I added to the hyper chiller. So hyper chiller cooled down rapidly the espresso without any dilution. So we lost non-volatiles at all. I love fermentation experimentation, and all my ingredients are fermented differently. So we're gonna start with the first one. You don't need to write down anything. You can take a card with you. That's all the ingredients listed and the method how it's made. So let's start with the first one. The first one is 17 grams of lactic fermented lemongrass. I simply use water, lemongrass, and sugar. Bring everything to the boil. When the temperature goes down to the 50, I add 50 grams of whey and ferment it for 3 weeks in 30 degrees temperature. So that gives you the little bit heat and the nice body. Please take the first ingredient and add all into the espresso. Now, the second one, the orange syringe, is the 1 gram of aerobic mango. Very simple, mango, sugar, water. Blend everything together and keep it in room temperature for 3 days. So that's gonna enhance the tropical notes of my drink. Please add all in. Just take a syringe and squeeze it in, all in. Thank you. This is my favorite one. It's 1 gram of 15 years old naturally fermented balsamic vinegar. This one gives me sweetness and acidity. Please add all in the next black syringe. Thank you. You're doing very well. Now we're going to replace what was lost, and specifically what was lost during the process. With the help of Queen's University in Belfast Biological Science Lab, we freeze the green coffee, it's on the front of you, to minus 80 degrees, and then we grind it. Not easy. And then we put through the complicated extraction condensing process. Use the water as a solvent and the high-tech lab equipment. This Soxlet is a simplified version of that. So the cold water circulating in here, we have a 50 grams of coffee, green coffee in here, and the water. And the heat comes up. The water goes here, evaporating, and go down through the filter for 3 hours. Continue like that, creating condensed extract, which contain the pre-roast flavors of the coffee, what we're losing during the roasting process. Namely, acetic acid, 25%, methyl vinyl ketone, 17%, which we know as a fruity aroma, and many others. So now we're gonna add them back in. The last syringe. Please take and add. Thank you. And now, judges, I will ask you, take a glass, swirl like it 20 times, make sure that all ingredients connect together, and enjoy these beautiful drinks. Loss is terrible, but sometimes we are lucky and we can find what was lost, like for me today, the timer. Please enjoy. Give the good swirl. Thank you. That was the pleasure to be here. Thank you very much, time.
And thank you, Wojciech Tysler from Ireland. Thank you very much.